Hi guys, welcome back to Hip Hop Press. It looks like Kyle Richards is finally leaving Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. After 14 seasons, countless fights, emotional breakdowns, and one of the longest runs in franchise history, multiple sources say Kyle has made up her mind. But it's not because she's tired of the cameras. According to insiders, what happened at the season 14 reunion was so brutal, so personal, and so ugly that Kyle told producers she doesn't know if she can come back. And then Cohen allegedly dropped the real reason. In a private conversation that was never meant to leak, Andy reportedly told Kyle exactly why the network and the cast have turned against her, and the truth is darker than anyone expected. It's not just about Dorit. It's not just about Mauricio. It's about years of built-up resentment, broken alliances, and a power struggle that has been going on behind the scenes for a very long time. What Andy allegedly said to her has left Kyle completely devastated. And if this information is true, this could be the real reason we're about to lose one of the biggest stars in Real Housewives history. After 14 seasons, countless tears, screaming matches, and one of the longest runs in Real Housewives history, it looks like Kyle Richards is finally on the verge of walking away from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. For almost a decade and a half, Kyle has been the heart, the glue, and the original star of the franchise. She brought the glamour, the family drama, the emotional breakdowns, and the Beverly Hills lifestyle that millions tuned in to see every week. She was the one who held the group together through every explosive season. But now, according to multiple insiders, Kyle has reached her absolute breaking point, and what pushed her there is far more complicated than just one fight. The problem started building years ago. Kyle's marriage to Mauricio Uminsky, which she defended so passionately on camera for years, has been crumbling in public. The endless cheating rumors, the separation, the very public tension, and the constant questions about whether they would ever reconcile have taken a massive emotional toll on her. While Kyle was still trying to hold on to the image of a strong, loyal wife fighting for her family, the cameras never stopped rolling and the cast never stopped asking. At the same time, her friendship with Dorit Kemley, once one of the most important relationships on the show, has completely collapsed. What began as shade and passive-aggressive comments turned into full-blown war. Leaked texts, accusations of disloyalty, and the brutal way both women have spoken about each other behind the scenes have left a wound that insiders say may never heal. Kyle allegedly feels Dorit abandoned her during one of the hardest periods of her life, while Dorit believes Kyle threw her under the bus repeatedly for storylines. Then there's the Morgan Wade situation. The close friendship, the matching tattoos, the constant rumors about their relationship. All of it turned Kyle's personal life into endless tabloid fodder. While Kyle has tried to keep that part of her life private, the reunion couch has repeatedly dragged it into the spotlight, forcing her to defend herself again and again in front of millions. On top of all this, Kyle has been dealing with long-standing family trauma. Her complicated relationships with sisters Kim Richards and Kathy Hilton. The infamous limousine meltdown and the Aspen fallout have been used as storyline fodder for years. Even though she has reportedly repaired some of those relationships recently, the fear that producers will once again exploit her family pain has become too heavy for her to carry. And then there are the cast dynamics. The old Fox Force 5 alliance is dead. Erika Jayne remains one of the few still loyal to Kyle, but the new cast members are allegedly gravitating toward Dorit. Kyle, who once held enormous power as an OG, is now watching her influence slip away. Insiders say she feels isolated, targeted, and emotionally drained every time she walks onto the reunion stage. The season 14 reunion reportedly became the final straw. According to people who were there, Kay was repeatedly blindsided with receipts, old texts, and brutal personal questions. She allegedly walked off the stage twice. The pressure, the betrayal from people she once trusted, and the feeling that her entire personal life was being turned into entertainment finally broke her. But the most shocking part, Andy Cohen himself allegedly had a private conversation with Kyle after the reunion. A conversation that was never meant to leak. In that talk, Andy reportedly told her the real reason the network and certain cast members have been coming after her so hard. And what he allegedly said has left Kyle questioning everything. This isn't just about one fight with Dorit. This isn't just about Mauricio. This is about years of built-up resentment, broken friendships, family trauma, power struggles, and the unbearable weight of living your most painful moments in front of millions of people every week. And now, after 14 seasons, KL Richards is seriously considering walking away from the show that made her a household name. But before she makes her final decision, something massive is about to happen. And according to sources, Andy Cohen is preparing to reveal the real truth behind why Kyle is at this breaking point. The season 14 reunion was supposed to be dramatic. Instead, it became the night Kyle Richards' entire world allegedly collapsed in front of the cameras. According to multiple insiders who were on set that day, the reunion started tense and quickly turned vicious. From the very first question, the cast, led by Dorit, and several new members went straight for Kyle's throat. They repeatedly brought up her separation from Mauricio, the Morgan Wade rumors, and accused her of playing the victim while secretly controlling the narrative behind the scenes. Kyle reportedly tried to stay composed, but the pressure became unbearable. Insiders say she was blindsided when producers played old text messages between her and
messages that Dorit had allegedly leaked to the production team. The text painted Kyle as two-faced and manipulative. The moment the messages were read aloud, Kyle allegedly stood up, tears streaming down her face, and walked off the stage for the first time. But she didn't stay gone for long. When she returned, Andy Cohen allegedly looked at her and said something that broke her completely. According to a source close to the reunion, Andy told her, "Kyle, the audience feels like you've been controlling this group for years. They think you're the one deciding who stays and who goes. And quite honestly, some people at the network feel the same way." That single comment allegedly hit Kyle like a truck. She reportedly started crying so hard that she had to be comforted by her producer. For the first time in 14 seasons, Kyle Richards, the original housewife, the one who helped build this franchise, looked completely broken. She allegedly told Andy and the producers, "If this is how you all see me, then maybe I shouldn't be here anymore." The room went silent. But the real twist, the moment that changed everything, came after the cameras stopped rolling. According to a bombshell leak from someone inside the reunion, Andy Cohen had a private off-camera conversation with Kyle in her dressing room. In that conversation, Andy allegedly told her the brutal truth the network had been hiding from her for months. He reportedly said, "Kyle, the network wants drama. They want blood. And right now, you're not giving them enough of it. The audience is bored with the loyal wife storyline. They want you to go darker. They want you to attack Dorit harder. If you can't deliver that, they're prepared to move on without you." Kyle allegedly stared at him in disbelief and asked, "Are you saying they want me to leave?" Andy's alleged response was ice cold. "I'm saying if you don't give them what they want in season 15, they might not give you a choice." That private conversation was never meant to be heard by anyone. But someone recorded it, and that recording has now leaked. The moment the audio surfaced, the entire Real Housewives fandom went into meltdown. The idea that Andy Cohen and Bravo might be pushing Kyle toward the exit after 14 seasons of loyalty has created an absolute firestorm. Kyle has reportedly been devastated. Insiders say she told her closest friends that she feels used up and thrown away. After giving the show her marriage, her family drama, her tears, and her reputation for over a decade, she now feels the network is ready to discard her the second she stops delivering maximum drama. But here's what makes this twist even darker. According to fresh leaks, Kyle is not the only one who heard Andy's words that night. Dorit allegedly found out about the conversation and has been using it as leverage behind the scenes. Multiple sources claim Dorit told producers that if Kyle doesn't leave willingly, she will make sure the reunion footage destroys whatever is left of Kyle's reputation. This is no longer just about Kyle wanting to leave. This has become a calculated power play at the highest level of the franchise. And according to one insider who was in the room that night, Kyle's final words before she left the reunion stage were chilling. "If this is what the show has become, then maybe it's time for me to go." The question now is simple and terrifying. Is Kyle Richards actually leaving Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Or is this just the beginning of the most brutal season the show has ever seen? The leaked audio of Andy Cohen's private conversation with Kyle hit the internet like a nuclear bomb. Within minutes, the clip of Andy telling Kyle that the network was prepared to move on without her if she didn't deliver more drama spread like wildfire. It crossed 50 million views in less than 4 hours. The internet went feral. The same audience that once adored Kyle was now split between heartbreak and outrage. You guys, this is actually disgusting. One viral tweet with 3.2 million likes read, "They used Kyle's marriage, her family trauma, and her tears for 14 seasons, and now they're threatening to fire her if she doesn't give them more blood. Bravo is heartless." But the real escalation was still coming. According to multiple insiders on the reunion set, Dorit somehow got her hands on the full unedited audio before it leaked. Instead of showing sympathy, Dorit allegedly used it as a weapon. Sources claim she sent the audio to several cast members with the message, "See, even Andy is tired of her controlling everything. This is why she needs to go." This betrayal allegedly broke Kyle more than anything that happened on the reunion stage. One person close to Kyle told me she locked herself in her dressing room for over an hour, crying so hard she could barely breathe. She reportedly told her producer, "I gave this show my entire life. My marriage is falling apart on camera. My family is being dragged through the mud. And now they're saying I'm not giving them enough drama. I'm done." But here comes the first major twist that changes everything. Just 24 hours after the audio leaked, a new video surfaced. This one from inside the reunion itself. In the never-before-seen footage, Andy Cohen can be seen in a private huddle with Dorit and 2 new cast members. He allegedly tells them if Kyle doesn't bring it in season 15, we have to consider our options. The audience wants conflict. They want her to go after Dorit harder. If she can't do that, maybe it's time for a reset. The video immediately went mega viral. The backlash against Andy Cohen and Bravo was instant and brutal. Fans accused the network of emotionally manipulating Kyle for years, using her personal pain as entertainment and then threatening her when she could no longer perform. The hashtag Protect Kyle began trending alongside hashtag Fire Andy Cohen. Even worse for Kyle, the video showed Dorit smiling while Andy was speaking. According to insiders, Dorit allegedly replied to Andy, "If she leaves, the show will be better without her controlling every storyline." That single moment allegedly destroyed whatever was left of Kyle and Dorit's friendship. Kyle reportedly watched the video in her car after leaving the reunion and had what sources describe as a full emotional breakdown. She allegedly called her sister Kim Richards in tears, saying, "They've been planning to get rid of me this whole time." But the most shocking revelation came from a source inside Bravo. They claimed that Kyle is not only considering leaving, she has already informed producers that she will not return for season 15 unless major changes are made. She is reportedly demanding that Dora be removed from the show and that the network stops exploiting her personal life for drama. The network is now in complete panic because if Kyle Richards, the long-strung original cast member, actually walks away, it could trigger a domino effect that destroys the Beverly Hills franchise. And according to the latest leaks, Kay has given Bravo an ultimatum. She will only return if they agree to her terms. If they refuse, Kyle Richards is done. And this time, it might really be forever. The internet didn't just explode. It went into absolute meltdown. Within minutes of the leaked audio surfacing, the hashtag Protect Kyle shot to #1 worldwide, racking up over 112 million posts in less than 48 hours. The clip of Andy Cohen telling Kyle that the network was prepared to move on without her if she didn't deliver more drama has now been viewed more than 89 million times. The public reaction has been nothing short of nuclear. One side is fiercely defending Kyle. Fans are flooding social media with messages like, "She gave this show 14 years of her marriage, her family trauma, and her tears, and now they're threatening to fire her." Bravo is disgusting. The support for Kyle has been so overwhelming that hashtag Justice for Kyle and hashtag Fire Andy Cohen are both trending globally. Many are calling this the final proof that reality television exploits women until they break. But another very loud group is turning against her. They're claiming Kyle has been controlling the show for years, protecting her friends and targeting her enemies. Comments like, "She's not a victim. She's been the puppet master this whole time," are everywhere. The comment sections have turned into brutal battlegrounds with fans canceling each other, sending death threats, and even attacking Kyle's daughters. The cast is in total disarray. Sutton Straw reportedly called Kyle immediately after the leak and was heard crying, telling her, "This is actual betrayal. I can't believe they're doing this to you." Erica Jane liked dozens of posts supporting Kyle before deleting her activity. Lisa Rinna posted a now-deleted Instagram story that read, "The knives are out, and they're coming from every direction." Garcelle Bove allegedly told a mutual friend, "This reunion broke something in Kyle that might never heal." Dorrit, however, has remained suspiciously quiet. Sources say she watched the leaked audio with a small smile before turning her phone off. Her silence has only fueled more suspicion that she was involved in leaking the conversation. The industry reaction has been even more brutal. Multiple major sponsors have already pulled their deals from both the agency and the show, stating they cannot support this level of emotional manipulation. Top mental health advocates have publicly condemned Bravo, with one prominent psychologist calling the treatment of Kyle textbook emotional abuse for entertainment. Several former Housewives stars have also come forward claiming this is exactly why so many women leave the franchise broken. But the biggest panic is happening inside Bravo headquarters. Insiders say executives are holding emergency meetings around the clock. The network is entire even more walks away a domino effect with other OS considering leaving as well. One Hyle source told me they know Kyle is the heart of Beverly Hills. Losing her would be catastrophic. Yet the most chilling development came late last night. According to fresh leaks, Kyle has given Bravo an ultimatum. She will only return for season 15 if major changes are made, including limiting Dora's screen time and stopping the constant exploitation of her personal life. If Bravo refuses, Kyle Richards is prepared to walk away forever. And this time it looks like she really means it. But just when the world thought the leaked audio of Andy Cohen was the biggest bombshell of the season, Carl Richards dropped a revelation that has now sent shockwaves through the entire Bravo universe. According to multiple high-level insiders, Khloe didn't just cry in her dressing room after the reunion. She did something no one expected. She recorded everything. In a secret audio recording made immediately after her private conversation with Andy Cohen, Kay captured the executive producer telling her the cold, hard truth the network had been hiding from her for over a year. In the recording, Andy allegedly says, "Kyle, the network has been discussing your exit for months. The audience is tired of the same story. They want blood. They want you and Dora to go to war. If you can't give them that in season 15, they're prepared to move on without you. We already have plans in place." The moment the secret recording leaked, the internet went into absolute meltdown. The idea that Andy Cohen and Bravo had been quietly planning Kyle's exit while still using her personal pain for ratings has created a level of outrage the franchise has never seen before. But here comes the final, most devastating twist. According to sources inside Bravo, Kyle is not just considering leaving. She has already made her decision. She has allegedly informed the network that she will not return for season 15 unless 3 major conditions are met. Dorrit is removed from the show. The network stops exploiting her marriage and family trauma for drama. She is given producer credit and creative control over her own storyline. If these demands are not met, Kyle Richards, the long-strung original cast member in Beverly Hills history, is prepared to walk away permanently. Insiders say Andy Cohen is now in full panic mode. He reportedly held an emergency meeting with top executives where he admitted that losing Kyle could cause a catastrophic ratings drop. One source claims Andy said, "She is the show. Without her, we don't have Beverly Hills anymore." Even more shocking, Dorrit has allegedly been pushing hard behind the scenes for Kyle's exit. Sources say Dorrit told producers that if Kyle leaves, she is ready to become the new face of the franchise. This revelation has now turned the entire cast against each other in ways we've never seen. But the story doesn't end there. According to the latest leaks, Kyle has one final card left to play. She has reportedly told her inner circle that if Bravo refuses her demands, she will release her own documentary-style video explaining exactly why she is leaving. A video that will name names, expose cast betrayals, and reveal what really happens behind the scenes of the reunion. The network is now facing an impossible choice. Do they give in to Kyle's demands and risk losing control of their biggest star? Or do they let her walk away and watch the franchise she helped build for 14 seasons possibly collapse with her? As of this moment, Kay has gone completely silent on social media. No posts, no stories, nothing. Insiders say she is at home, emotionally exhausted, trying to decide the next chapter of her life. One thing is crystal clear. After 14 seasons of giving this show her marriage, her family, her tears, and her soul, Kyle Richards has finally reached her limit. The question everyone is asking now is simple yet terrifying. Will Kyle Richards actually leave Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Or is this the biggest power play we've ever seen from an original housewife? Because if she walks away, nothing in Beverly Hills will ever be the same again. And according to fresh reports coming in this hour, the decision is expected within the next 72 hours. This might be the end of an era. Now, I want to hear from every single one of you, and I want you to be brutally honest. After everything we just exposed, the leaked audio of Andy Cohen telling how the network is ready to move on without her, the brutal reunion, the power struggle with Dorit, and the years of emotional exhaustion. Do you think Kyle Richards should actually leave Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Has the show used her up and thrown her away after 14 seasons of giving them her marriage, her family pain, and her tears? Or is KL being dramatic and should stay to fight for her spot? Was Andy Cohen right when he said the audience wants more blood? And most importantly, if Kyle does walk away, will Beverly Hills even survive without her? Drop your real opinion in the comments right now.
Right.
Kyle should leave or Kyle should stay, and tell me exactly why. Be savage. Be honest. No filter. This comment section is going to be complete chaos, and I read every single one. If this video crosses 100,000 likes in the next 24 hours, I will drop part 3 immediately. In the next part, I'll reveal Kyle's final decision, the private conversations she had with producers after the reunion, what Dorit is saying behind the scenes, and whether this is truly the end of an era or the beginning of Kyle's biggest power move yet. If you're shocked, angry, sad, or completely hooked after watching this, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss what happens next. Because this story is reaching its boiling point. Kyle is at a crossroads, and the next few days could change Real Housewives forever. So tell me, should Kay leave Rob? Comment right now. I'll see you in the next one.